Good morning. How's it going, all? Happy Tuesday. Uh, what's going on? I see my sound. I hear myself. I see that I'm doing okay. And I'm streaming. I do have an unstable stream, though. So I apologize if things aren't going right or if it's slow. But we're going to do our best to make things right and get going here. So I'm a little bit late. I apologize for that. I've been working with Nerd trying to collab today, but for some reason it didn't work and we kept getting a sound, kind of like a tunnel thing, and we just could not get it going. Could not get it going to work. And Z, if you're listening, I think it might have been my output rather than yours, because it shows that my feed here is unstable. Okay, so this is an 18 color pixel art, and here's my colors. I'm using vanilla colors, so no mods or no add-ons for my colors in this one. But Z has an amazing wool. Hi. Oh, I just saw a note from her, but I don't know where she is. Okay, well, I am not sure if this is going okay, but we're gonna just keep playing and see if it is. So let me get my colors. So if you're interested in the all wool that she has, you have got to check out what she's... There's my colors, but I'm just going to copy this way. Block of diamond. Block of emerald. I changed my colors out. So for those of you that followed last week, I changed 1, 2, and 3 from the ore to these. Lime wool, lime terracotta, green concrete, lime concrete, light blue terracotta, green terracotta, and slime block to 9. So I'm going to throw these colors up. Just so I can get my other colors copied. And purple block, purple concrete. So this is 10, 11, 12 is oak, 13 birch, 14 is warped planks, 15 yellow terracotta, 16 blue terracotta, 17 is bone block, and 18 is black. Now, one of the things that Z said she did is she replaced the black with gold. So, ooh, that would be really cool. So I'm going to put these in in proper order. Is what I'm doing with my colors now. Oops. Accident. So now I have my colors in proper order. Okay? So I did go through and I did change out 1, 2, and 3 to the diamond, the block of emerald, and the lime wool. And I did have ores in here, so it made this very much darker. And now one of the things that I love about Z's is hers is going to be really pastel colors. And that's just going to be so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so pretty. Hi, nerd, I see you. I was just telling them about your colors and how pretty it's going to be. So I have my 18 colors of vanilla Minecraft, but hers are all wool and they are distinctly just slightly different shades, and it's going to be so pretty, and we're going to work real hard to get her and I to collab next week and maybe even share screens. But that was what the problem was, is we got to the point where we could share screen, but we couldn't stop the sound from repeating itself on my end. So we'll have to work on it. But let's get busy. So I have completed the center one, and if you're following, you should have completed that. And remember that we have a lot of blanks, and I'm probably just going to put lights in those. So let's get busy. The whole bottom row is ones. So just fill it in, just like that. And then the whole second row is also ones. Just like that. And now we're going to be changing colors out. So this is what makes this intermediate. So we're going to need a 15 and a 12 on the next row and a 1. And all of those occupy the 1 spot. So let's start with the ones. Put 3 of them in. Nerd saying hi, y'all. Everybody's saying hi, y'all. Back to Nerd. Okay, so we have our 3 ones, and now we need a 15. So we're gonna flip up, and we're gonna put that 1 up, and we're gonna come up here and we're gonna count to 15. So if this is 10, this is 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And so now I'm gonna throw my 15 into that 1 transitory spot. Come out, and I'm gonna throw it twice here. It's also in the next row, so you might as well throw it there so we don't have to get it back. But we'll continue on in this row. So now we're going to put that 15 back. And we're going to bring a 12 down. So if this is 10, this is 11, this is 12. And throw it 3 times. Just like that. And now we need the 1. So we're going to put the 12 back. Bring the 1 down. And throw it twice. So that's what your row should look like. It should be 1, 1, 1, 15, 15, 12, 12, 12, 1, 1. Okay? Excellent. So this is what makes this intermediate, is all this changing in and out. But it's not as hard as it seems. So let's go on to the next row. That next row starts with 2 ones. Woohoo! And then the 15 that we already threw. And now we need a 13. So we're going to put that up. If this is 10, 11, 12, this is 13. I'm bringing it down. Throw it once. And skip a spot and throw it twice, like that. And now we need a 17. So we're going to put that 13 back, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now mine is directional because it's bone, so I have to throw it down, and it goes in that spot that we skipped. And now we need some 12s. And throw it twice next to the 13s. And then we're back to 1 again. So we're gonna 1 at the grid. So I'll repeat this row. 1, 1, 15, 13, 17, 13, 13, 12, 12, and 1. Okay, so this is what makes it the intermediate. Don't fret though, it's so cool and easy. We can do it. Okay, the next row. starts with 15s. So we're going to get rid of the 1. If this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, some cool colors again. And throw it twice. Just like that. Okay? And now we need 13s. So we're going to put the 15 back. Bring the 13 down. And same thing, you're going to throw it once, skip, and throw it again. And then skip 2 and throw it. And now we're going to get a 17. For me, that's bone block. And that's going to go in this space that we skipped here. Just right there. Okay, now we need 12s. So we only had to throw that once. This is what takes time. So if this is 10, 11, here's 12. I'm bringing it down. And just throw it one time next to the 13. But we're going to use it again. So this is a 1, this is a 13, and now here's a 12 again. And these two spaces are 1s. So we're going to put the 12 back. And this is a 1, and this is a 1. So I'll repeat this row again. Just a lot of change out going on right now, so you just want to make sure you have it right. So we're going really slow. 15, 15, 13, 17, 13, 12, 1, 13, 12, and 1. Yee-hee! You did it! You did it! Okay, next row, moving on. We only have a couple more rows in which we have to switch out quite a bit, and then we're back into our main belt and we'll move real fast. So this next row starts out with a single 12, a single 13, 2 17s, and a 12. So let's start with a 12, okay? Up, bring the 12 down, throw the 12 once, and then skip 3 and throw it again. And that's the 12. Now we'll move on to the 13. And you throw it once in the second spot. That's it. And now we need 17. We're going to throw it twice. And then we have the 12 that we already threw. And now we're back to 1s. So put that 17 back in its proper spot. And the 1 comes back down. And yay! It's 5 1s. Whew. There you go. That's what your row should look like. And I'll repeat it just so that we can be sure we're right. 12, 13, 17, 17, 12, and 5 1s to the grid. Woohoo! Like I said, just a couple more rows. And then we're done with the switch out here. Okay, the next row starts out 13, and then it goes 17, 17, 13, 12. So let's start out with the 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. And throw it once at the grid. Then skip 2 spaces and throw it once. And now let's get the 17 out. And it goes twice right here and that. And now we need a 12. Throw it once. And now we're back to 1s. Woohoo! And throw it 5 times. Just like that. Okay. Couple more rows. It's getting easier as we go up. We have less and less switch out to do. The first row starts out with 2 17s. You can see that we're kind of moving over. I'm going to connect to that. 2 17s and then a single 13 and a single 12. So put the 17 back a single 13, put the 13 back, a single 12, and then you guessed it, 6 ones this time to the grid. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. You can see the little stand that our egg is sitting on. How you doing, Z? Are you following along fine? You doing cool? I bet she's doing good. All right, let's move on. The next row starts out with a 17. So I'm going to bring my 17 down, and we only need to throw it once. 1 17. And now we need a 13. We're only going to throw it once. And now we need a 12. We're going to throw it twice. And we're back to ones. And that one goes 6 times. 6 times. So I'll repeat this line just so we make sure we're square and good. 17, 13, 12, 12, and then 6 ones to the grid. Okay, the next row is a 13 and then 2 12s and then just ones. So a 13, two 12s, and just ones to the grid. Like so. 7 ones. Easy peasy. It's just a lot of finagling of numbers. But once you get it, you got it. All right, the next row is a single 17, a single 12, and then just ones. A single 17. The hardest thing is never moving anything but the one spot, you know, out of position and everything into that. A 12, and now ones. 8. Nice. It's going to be so much more recognizable. Okay, 2 more lines and then we're just into our lower belt, which will be really a lot nicer. So this row starts out with a single 13, a single 17, and a single 12. I love the way that bone block sounds when it goes down. And then ones to the grid. Like so. Okay, the next row, we've got half of them are change outs, so it's going to be the last difficult one, and then we'll be done. It starts out with it goes a single 12, a single 13, a single 17, a single 13, and a single 12, and then ones. So let's start with the 12s. And there's a 12 in the one spot, and then skip 3 and put another 12. And now we'll get the 13s. And there's a 13 in the second spot, skip 1, a 13, and then a 17 is in that blank. Like so. And then it's just 5 ones to the grid. It's on a stand. Our little egg is sitting on a stand. How cool. Okay. Hey, guess what? We're getting into color now. The next row starts out with 2 8s. Woohoo! In our main belt. Woohoo! And then unfortunately we have to switch out one last time here. We need 2 12s. So 2 12s and then 1s to the grid. Like that. Okay. All right, we're going to fly now because we are dealing with main belt colors and we do have a lot of blanks, so remember that and prepare for that. Okay, 9 5 8 is our next. 9 5 8 and then 1s to the grid. Woohoo! Nice. Okay, the next one starts out 6 9 5. Ooh, pretty color. 6 9 5 and then an 8 and then 1s to the grid. The 1s are just background color and they probably will end up going by the time I finish, but for now. Okay, the next one starts with a blank and then we have a 6. So leave that empty and then throw your 6 there. And then we have 9 5 8. And then 5 1s to the grid. Very good. And the next row starts out 5 8 6 9. 5 8 6 9. That's a lot of switching out too. 5 8 and then 1s to the grid. I can't wait to see Z's because hers is in, you know, the special colors, the pastels, and I think that's just going to be beautiful. Okay, the next one has a blank at the beginning and then 6 8 6 9. So blank 6 8 6 9, then a 5 8 and 1s to the grid. You guessed it. There we go. Okay, the next row starts out 4 5 6 8. Ooh, a 4. 4 5 6 8. 6 9 5. 3 1s to the grid. Very cool. Okay, the next one starts out with a 3 and then a blank. So a 3 and then that's a blank, and then we need a 9 6 8 6. 9 5 1 1. Very cool, very cute. Okay, the next one starts out 3 4 4. 3 4 4 and then a 5, and then a 9, 5, six, 9, 5, and an itty bitty 1. Looks good to me. Okay, the next row starts out with 2 3s and a blank. And then another 3. And then 6 5, 6 9. And then 5 1. I forgot to take a screenshot. The next row starts out 3 3, 4 3. Take a screenshot after this. 3 3 3 4 3 5 6 5 6 9 5. No more 1. Okay, pull back and take a screenshot. Very cool. Oh, it's coming along. It's coming along. It's a tall egg, huh? It's a tall order. Okay, got my screenshot. Moving on. Next row starts out 3 3 blank 3. Okay. 5 6 5 6. 9 5. Very pretty. Okay, the next row is very similar. Starts out 3 3 4 3. 3 3 4 3 6 6 5 6. 9 5. Very good. Look at that. Again, a similar row, a 3 3 blank 3. A 6 5 9. 6 6 9. Nice. And then 3 3s starts the next row. No blank. And then 4 6 5. 9 6 6 9. Ooh, that's a little different. I guess it's not. Like that. Okay, the next row we do have a blank. It starts out with a 2. Ooh, a 2. And then 3 3 blank. 5 3. 6 9 6 9. It's cute. Next row starts out with 3 3s. 1, 2, 3. And then a 4, 3, 3. And then 6, 9, 6, 5. That's not a 6. Okay, the next one starts out with a 2, 3, 3, and then a blank. So 2, 3, 3, then a blank, and then 3, 3, and then 6, 6, 9, 5. Okay, the next one starts out 3, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 4. And then 6, 9, 5. Okay, the next row starts out with a 2, 3, 3, and then a blank 3, 3. 3, 6, 9, 5. Told you we'd be moving fast once we got out of the switcheroos. We're going to be switching here again in a little bit, but not tons. Okay, the next row starts out with 2, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 3s, 4, 9, 5. Very cool. And then 2, 3, 3 starts the next one. 2, 3, 3, blank, 4 3s. And then a 5 and a 4 to the grid. Okay, the next row is a solid row. It starts out with 2 2s and then a 3 4. And then 3 3 4. And then 3 5 4. Okay, the next one starts out 2 2 3 blank. Blank. And then 4 4. Blank again. Ooh. And then 3 4s to the grid. Something happening there, huh? Okay, this next row we have switch outs and blanks. So get ready. Start out with 2 2 3 4. And now we need an 11. So put that up. Ooh, look at that. Bring that down. Throw it once. There's also an 11 diagonal. So I'm going to go like that. And just throw it. That way I don't have to get it back. And then there's also another one diagonal from that on the next row. So I'm just throwing it out like that. Now I'm going to put my 11 back, but I'm not bringing the 1 down. So going back to this row, it starts out 2, 2, 3, 4, 11, and then blank, blank, 2 blanks, and then 3 4s to the grid. Okay, the next row starts out 2, 2, 3, blank, 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 And then here's the 11, and now we need a 10. Ooh. Right there. And there's also another one up there, so I might as well throw it. And then we have a blank. And then we have 4, 4 to the grid. Okay, you can put your 10 back so we don't get confused, but leave your transitory spot open. And the next row starts out 2, 2, 3, 4, 7. Ooh. Then a blank, then an 11, and a 10, which we put in already. See how helpful that is? Not having to switch it out. And then 2 4s to the grid. Next row has a lot of blanks in it. It starts out 2, 2, 3, blank, 3. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks and a single 4 at the grid. That's a weird row, isn't it? A lot of light in that row if I end up replacing the blanks with light. Okay, next row starts out 2, 2, 3, 4, 7. Pretty. And then a blank, and then an 11 and a 10. So bring the 11 down. Now, because I have a blank, I'm just going to have a throw block first to put my 11 in and then get rid of it. So I still have my blank. And then going the opposite way, there's an 11. See that? So go ahead and throw it. And now we need the 10s. So we're still on this row that starts out 2, 2, 3, 4, 7, blank, 11. And now 10. And then blank, blank. Wow, that's a lot of blanks on that row. Keep the 10 in your spot, though, in your one spot. And we're going to go on to the next row, which starts out 2, 2, 3, blank, 3. And then the 11, which we put in already. And now a 10. And then it's a blank and a 3 and a 4. So I'm just going to do the 4 first and then the 3. Okay, so I'll repeat this row. 2, 2, 3, blank, 3. 11, 10, blank, 3, 4. Next row starts out 2, 2, 3, 4. And then a blank and a 10. Ooh. And then a blank and 3, 3, 4. So once again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start out with 4 and come back with 3, 3 so I can get my proper blank. I'll repeat the line. 2, 2, 3, 4, blank, 10, blank, 3, 3, 4. Okay, we're getting there. We're going to get to some really specific switching out. So we're almost into advanced here, but we can do it. We're just going real slow. Next row starts 2, 2, 3, blank, 3. 3, blank, 3. And so I'm going to throw that there. It's called the throw block and a 3. And then there's a blank again and another 3. So like that. And then a 3, and then 2 4s to the grid. Okay, the next row is solid. Woohoo! 2, 2, 3, 4. Starts the next row. And then 4 3s. And then 4 4 to the grid. The next row starts out with 2, 2, 3, and a blank. And there's the blank. And then 4 threes. And then a 4 and a blank at the grid. Wow. Lots and lots of blanks in this one. Okay, next row. 2, 2, 3, 4. Shocker. Four threes. And a 4 with a blank at the grid, which we have. Okay, the next row is 2, 2, 3, blank. Shocker. 3, blank. And then 3 threes. And then 2 4s. And a blank at the grid. Okay, last row, and then we have to really start doing some switcherooies. 2, 3, 4 starts this one. And then 3 threes. And then 3 4s with a blank at the grid. And there is one. Woohoo! Okay, the next row starts out 2, 3, blank, 3, 3. Then a 4. And now we need 14s. Ooh, so put the 11 back, or the 10 back. 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. Cool. We're going to use some of these colors. And throw it twice. And then a 4. And a blank at the grid, just like that. I wonder what that is. Keep the 14 in your one spot because we're going to use it again. The next row starts out 2, 3, 4, 3, 3. And then a 14. And then 2 blanks and a 14. And a blank at the grid. Still keep the 14 in your transitory spot. The next row starts out, wow, it's different. A 3. 3 blank 3 3. 3 blank 3 3. Now a 14. Wow. A blank and then 2 7s. So I'm going to use a 7 for a throw block. Oops. Use a 7 for a throw block and then put the 2 7s in and get rid of that because that's a blank. And then a blank and then a 14 at the grid. Yeah. I'll repeat this line. 3 blank 3 3. Oh. Sorry. There needs to be a 14 there. I didn't realize that. That's a blank. 7 7 blank 14. I apologize. Okay, keep that 14 in your transitory though. Next row starts out 3 4 3. 3 4 3 14. Then a blank. And then 3 7s. So. And then a blank and 14. That's the grid. Okay, 3 blank 14 starts the next one. 3, then a blank, and then 14. And then a blank and 2 7s. So I'm going to just go backwards to create that blank. Now 2 11s. Ooh. Time to get rid of the 14. Pretty. a blank, and then a 4. Like that. And go ahead and keep that. We have to get a 14 back again. I'm sorry. Apologize. The next row starts out 3, 14, blank. 3, 14, blank, blank. So 2 blanks there. And then a 7. And now we need the 11s back. 2 11s. And now we need a 16. But before we do that, there's an 11 here. So you might as well put it there. And then that way we don't have to get it back next time. Now get a 16. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pretty dark. It goes there. A blank. And then a 4 at the grid. Very cool. Okay, that next row starts out with a 3, and then a blank, and then a 7. 3, a blank, and then a 7. So I'm going to use a 7 for a throw block. Okay. A blank, an 11, which we threw earlier. Yay, we were smart. And now 2 16s, a blank, and then 4 4 to the grid. So I'll just go backwards like that. So let me repeat this row. 3, blank, 7, blank, 11, 16, 16, blank, 4 4. Almost done. Hang in there. Okay, the next row is 3, 10, 7. There's the 3. There's the 10 and 7. And now we have a blank, and then we need a 16, 18. $16. $18. And now we need an 11. But that's a blank. So I'm going to use it for a throw block and get rid of it. There we go. 11, a blank, and then a 4. So just to repeat this row, it goes 3, 10, 7, blank, 16, 18, blank, 11, blank, 4. Wow, so many blanks. Okay, the next row starts out with a blank and then a 7. So blank, 7. Now 2 11s. We have that in our belt already. A blank and then a 16. A blank and then an 11. A blank and then a 1. Wow. Coming back to the background now. So I'll repeat this row. Blank, 7, 11, 11. Blank, 16, blank, 11, blank, 1. Wow. I know, man, that is just wicked, huh? Doesn't get much easier for the next couple of rows, but then we're so close to being done. Look how close we are. We're so close to being done. Wow, look at how delicate this Faberge egg is. So pretty. Okay, onward. We go onward. 4. And then a 7, 11, and an 18. Wow. 7, 11, 18. And then we have 2 blanks and a 16. So I'm going to use that as a throw block. There we go. 2 blanks and then a 16. And then a 7. Oops. A blank and a 1. I'll repeat this row. 4, 7, 11, 18, blank, blank, 16, 7, blank, and 1. It's your 10 numbers for that row. Okay, the next row is a blank, and then an 11, and then a 16. Blank, 11, a 16, a blank, and then an 18. So I'm going to throw block. A blank and then a 7. It's the same thing. Throw block. I guess I didn't need it. And now a 10. A blank and then a 1. Very good. And now I'm just going to go ahead, so I don't have to get the 1s back every time. Go ahead and go 1, 1, 1, 1. We'll do 2 more of 3. That is a 3. And you'll see how we'll start be catching back up into that. Okay? Okay, the next row starts out with a 4. A 4, and then 2 blanks. Oh, now we need an 18. So I'm going to use it as a throw block. Okay, so a 4, 2 blanks, an 18, and now a blank and an 18. So once again, I'm going to throw it twice, get rid of 1 for, and now we need a 10. A blank, and then 2 1s. So we're good for that row. Okay, we go blank, 7, and then 11. Blank, but I need a throw block. So blank, 7, $11, and then we need a blank and 11. So throw it again, get rid of it. And then a blank and a 10. And then a blank and 2 1s, which is what we have right there. Okay, the next row starts out with a 7 and then a 10, which we happen to have in our belt. So 7, 10, and then a blank and then a 7 again, but I need a throw block. So like that. And then an 11, then a 7, and a blank and 3 1s. Wow, we're there. Just 2 more rows of this really weird switching out. The next row is 10, 7, so bring that down. 10, 7, then a blank and a 7, and then we need an 11. and then a 7, then a blank and 3 ones, just like that. Getting into the flowered part, huh? Okay, the next row starts out 10 blank 10. So 10, I'm just going to throw it, get rid of it. 10 blank 10, like so. And then a 7 10. And then a blank, and now we need the ones again. And 4 ones this time from the grid. So there we go, like that. Okay. We're gonna need a 10 one more time, looks like. So put it in there. The next row starts out with a 7, and then 2 blanks and a 10. 1, 2 blanks and a 10. And then 2 blanks and ones to the grid. Four, just like that. Okay, the next one starts out with a blank and then 4 4. So I'm going to throw the 4 just so I can have something to throw against. So blank 4 4. Then 2 blanks. And then, so 2 blanks and then ones to the grid. Yeah, buddy, we're almost done. Okay, the next line starts out 4 3 4 4. 4 3 4 4. And then ones to the grid. No blanks this time. Next row starts out 3 4 4. And then ones to the grid. Very good. The next one starts out 4 4. And then ones to the grid. The next one starts out with a single 4. To the grid. Think how much that would take in hardcore or just survival to get that many diamonds. Okay, the rest are all ones. So you can go up as high as you want. I'm just going to go up to this one point because I'm definitely not using it all for the background. I do believe I'm not going to. There we go. Oh, it's really starting to look like an egg. Very cool. Very pretty next to my church. I like it. Take a screenshot. Yeah, buddy. All right. So there is just a small amount on this side of the grid that I would really like to get done because It's not that much. And I would love to have half of it done by the end of this stream. So let's go up to these. These are 14s right here. There's two 14s next to this grid. And I want you to come just down one. So you have the two 14s, the two grids, and then underneath the 14 there's a blank, and it goes blank, grid, and then that's a 4. Okay? And then put it 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. And now we need some 14s again. So now we have really small rows. It just goes 14, 4 for several rows. So 14, 4. Let me just go ahead and figure out how many that is. For 6 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very good. So it should look like that. And I'm just double checking that there is a blank grid and 14 and a 4, and there is. And right underneath there's a blank and then a 4 for that. And now we're going back to the 14s here. So throw a 14 there, a 14 there, there, and there. And now we have 14 and 4, 14 and 4, 14 and 4, and then 14 and 5. Nice. And now we are, we have a 5 and a 6. And then 6, 5, 5. In other words, 6. Oops, I'm sorry. 6, 5, 5. Going vertical, not horizontal. So that it looks like that. Just marking off. And then the rest would be just ones surrounding this. So in other words, up here, the ones would continue down on the grid. So right here, you would have just this continuation of ones all surrounding this. You know, and so if that's what you're going to do, because these are all ones in the grid, so just so that you can see. And then likewise, these are blanks right here, so you would not want to fill those in. And then you could go down just as far as you want, because the rest of the grid is mostly ones. So it would look like that. And that would be the edge of the egg. So halfway done. That's so cute. It looks like I need to go get rid of that. That's very distracting. Okay. Well, la-dee-da, look at us. Running around making a big fuss. We did us an egg today, you see, even though we had lots of complications. Nerd and me. It went good, it went bad, it went good, it went sad, it went fun, it went happy, it went fun, it went labby. But we did it, we got it done, and maybe next time we can collab. Who knows? We'll see. But a hug from you to me. Kiss, cheek, kiss, cheek. I'm out of here. Thanks for your patience. Sorry that we were late today. We're both still learning technical stuff. I'll see you later. Have a great Tuesday day or a great Tuesday night, wherever you may be. Please love and don't fight. Have fun with those you care about and sting those ones you don't. But always love everyone with a higher upturned note. Bye.